But
Right.
the Bilderberg meeting's coming up pretty soon, and that's where they're gonna.
Are you going, Marz?
Oh,
Did they invite you?
yes, I have my invitation right here. It's a
Oh,
gilded
really?
one. It's got
Darn it, you
Anthony.
get to go to all the cool parties.
I never go. Actually, that's in America now. They're doing it somewhere here in this country this time, so we should all go. A road trip. Come on.
Oh,
Bilderberg.
hey.
Doesn't it sound like a hamburger joint, huh? Doesn't it? A German hamburger joint. Welcome to Bilderbergers. We will have
Maybe
your.
they'll have it at the Los Angeles Airport Holiday Inn, and it'll be right next door to the 5D, Syed David Farman's 5D event.
Well, I don't know.
And the
I'm not sure where
Bilderbergers
they're
are all in
having
the
it.
same hotel. No, I don't know. I'm speaking
It'll be
silly.
fine. I know it's like I said. It's like a German hamburger stand. We will have your new world order, and in 10 minutes, or you're not free. Have it our way. You can't have it your way. No freedom fries for you. Boy, I'm telling you, it's rigged. The whole thing's rigged. You know it. I know it. But they ain't fooling us. They ain't fooling around with us.
Marz, when you were at the and when you were in, and I'm changing the subject just for a minute, but I know that you did comedy. Did you just start stand up in Austin, Texas? Was that where you were living at the time?
Yeah.
And there's the Velveeta room there, right? Is that still there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, were you there when Sam Kinison and Bill Hicks and all those guys were going up?
Well, they were all Houstonians, and that's about a 2 or more hour drive away from Austin. So, but I'd go over there and perform over there. And yeah, Bill Hicks was over here all the time. That's what I'm saying. They take us out. It's entirely possible that they gave him the same injection that they gave that guy that shot, in the JFK assassination. They shot, what's his name? And it was on TV. They shot the guy who was allegedly the assassin, and then they put that guy in jail. Ruby,
Jack Ruby.
Yeah, allegedly they went into his cell and they gave him the injection and they gave him cancer. And I think they did the same thing to Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks was telling way too much truth. This is your conspiracy theory right here. And it's like they took out who was it that
Lenny Bruce.
Yeah.
I bet they.
Well,
I bet they
Lenny,
took out Lenny Bruce. I bet they OD'd him.
Well, that's entirely possible, but he was definitely depressed. They took him down just by harassing him and arresting him over and over and over and over.
Almost the same thing. I mean, not quite, but
who knows?
I mean, it's like he was the first targeted individual, right?
I don't doubt it. I mean, that would make an awful lot of sense. Somebody gave him a hot shot. Sheesh. And who was that comedian that was talking about Michelle Obama being a man, and all of a sudden she's dead?
Oh, that was Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. I'm telling you, they're taking us out. I keep changing my name. and performing in dive clubs. That's my trick. You can't find me.
You know what, Marz? I have had people come up to me that I know from like mentors of mine and people in the entertainment business. I've had that conversation. Like, why are you still alive? I had that conversation, and that kind of freaks me out. I'm like, really? Like, are you saying that? I mean, because you don't want to think that that would be real. You don't want to think. I don't know. I want to stay naive in some ways. Like, why am I in danger? Because I'm sitting in a hotel room with a sock on my snowball and having spotty internet, and I'm talking about things that a whole bunch of other people are talking about in the same way that I'm talking about it. How am I any different than they are? Why is there a threat here and that?
Well, for one thing, you have a sock on your snowball. That's a huge difference.
My snowball, because it stops the P's and the T's from popping still.
Oh,
so
the P's and the T's.
It's a little bit of a buffer. It's the poor man's foam, I think.
Yeah. Luckily, the microphone on my computer works.
It's a clean sock, though.
Huh?
It's a clean sock, Paul. Marz, I just want to let you know that. It's clean.
I'm
I can smell it.
Sure. See? You should be selling those after the show.
It's only been on here, not on my foot.
Sell those there on the table there at the end of the show, and say, okay, here's my panties, here's the sock for my snowball, and then here's the la 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 la. Never mind, I've gone too far. That's how we make our money, is the selling those things, the hats and the CDs and whatever we can do. In the book, I'm writing a book called Conspiracy Theories, the book, because I did a musical called Conspiracy Theories, the musical. And I need a book to have just sitting there to sell after the show, right? I'm all alone here.
That's a really good idea. I'm sorry. You know what? I had a little bit of a coughing spell, so
that's fine.
I muted myself for a second. Sorry
That's
about
fine.
that.
You muted yourself.
I didn't want to, hack up stuff like, I'm on the.
You're telling a little bit too much about yourself here. I think you muted yourself, and you have a sock on your snowball. Hello. You're going too far. You're going too far.
And I have spotty internet, and I'm having a coughing fit, and I have a sock on my snowball.
Too
God,
soon. Too soon.
Me.
Oh, Lord.
Why can't things be easier? No.
I don't know. So what else? Trump, like I said, he's doing his world tour. He went to the Vatican. He talked to the Pope. Oh, Lord. He represented us at the Pope. I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was embarrassing for everybody. He did. Let me tell you, they exchanged gifts. They did. It's like, that's customary when you meet the Pope. He goes and has a half an hour with him where he tries to convert the Pope over to Satan, and then as a parting gifts, Pope Francis, he gave the president copies of his 3 main teaching documents. That's what he usually does, and a medal, like a little medal on a chain that depicting an olive branch. And Trump said to him, "We can use peace." And this is after he came from Saudi Arabia, where he was doing everything he can to set the World War III into high gear. Come on now. He said, "We can use peace." I bet he couldn't wait to tweet that to Netanyahu. He said, "I just told the Pope we can use peace. Hashtag lied to God. Hashtag hail Satan. Hashtag thug life." I'm telling you this, the man, he ain't right. And he gave Pope Francis a first edition set of writings from Martin Luther King. He did. He wanted to get
Really?
he re-gifted. He wanted to get them as far away from himself in the White House as he could send them. So he gave them to the Pope. "I want these things out of here." "Oh, no, I want them out of here because they're huge." Oh, and he also gave him the latest, a Raptor drone with 2 gold-plated Tomahawk missiles mounted underneath. Yeah, so yeah. He was having fun. Oh, he went to the gift shop, and on the way out, Trump bought himself a Pope-mobile keychain fob, and he tossed that peace medal into the tip jar. Basically, he's represent. I'm telling you, the man is running around, and it's like, doesn't he know people have cameras on him? He can't go anywhere without people having cameras on him.
No, of course not.
It's not.
Everybody's got a phone now.
I'm telling you.
I'm sure. I bet you the Pope has an iPhone. Do you think? He probably has the best. I mean, he probably has the latest whatever technology.
Oh, do you
think the Pope does Facebook?
He's got the holy iPhone. He's got that one. Yeah. He's got a great. I don't know. Maybe he feels like me. I don't want an iPhone.
Does the Pope have a Facebook page? Do you think?
Don't you? Wouldn't he? I mean, doesn't everybody?
Maybe the Pope goes, "Hey, like me on Facebook."
Does he tweet? That's the question I want to know. Does the Pope tweet? I want Pope tweets. I mean, come on now. That'd be the thing for all the people who like that sort of stuff. The old Pope tweet.
Popes on Instagram.
The tweeters, the Twitterers. I don't know. I won't carry an iPhone. No, a sheet of glass in my pocket. No. I ain't gonna carry a sheet of glass around with me. I'll fall down and break my hip and cut my shmoogie off. I ain't gonna carry one of them. Not gonna do it, Tere. I want me one of them big old phones they used in World War II. Like big as a shoebox with a 7-foot whip antenna. That's what I want. I want something I can beat somebody to death with. I want something that's bulletproof that I can hide behind. Come on now, give me one of them big ones. I want something I can chuck the tires on my van when I have a flat tire. Oh, Lord, I want something I can, I want something heavy. It's heavy duty. Because those things are too fragile. I break them. I break phones left and right. I need something I can find. I need something huge. I spend at least an hour every day trying to figure out where the hell my phone is. Because I got one of the little ones, I got a little phone. That's me, though.
I was just thinking about the Pope being on Instagram, and then the Pope going and say, "This is me giving the sacrament." This is the Pope. The Pope is. This is me, no filter.
What's that one? The dating website? What's that one? He'd be on that one. Is that Instagram? No.
Oh, Match.com. No, the Pope on a dating site. The Pope's not supposed to date.
One of them hookup sites. You want to be blessed? I have a blessed relationship. Come on now. I got connections with the guy up in the sky. Come on now. You want to go out with me. Have we gone too far again?
No. I was just thinking about the whole celibacy thing. Like the whole. It's kind of weird how don't you think? I mean, there's certain religions that you just can't be a religious person, like the leader, and have sex, like priests. I guess it's the Catholic Church, right? The nuns and priests, they just don't have any sex. I think there's some other religions like that, but it's sort of a weird thing, don't you think? I mean, why? Why is it that you can't? I guess you can't focus totally on God if you are a person of the flesh, right?
Officially, but behind closed doors, they got hot and cold running little boys right there.
Oh, well.
I'm telling you, come on now. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not much of. I know you're talking religion. I'm not much of a religious person myself. It's like, I don't know. A lot of people, once they discovered that Santa Claus wasn't real, they kind of like fell off of the whole thing. I don't know. With me, it was the Tooth Fairy, though. It's like Santa Claus. I could figure that out logically, even though it's kind of weird because a guy's going down the chimney every day, and what if you don't have a chimney? But but when the Tooth Fairy though, when the tooth, it's like one morning I woke up and my tooth was still under the pillow and there wasn't no dime there. That's when I knew that there was no God. I mean, that's pretty much it. From then on,
were you like 40 years old at the time?
I don't know. 40? Did you say I was 40 years old? Yeah. When I was 40 years old. Stop it. No,
I know it happened from gingivitis, but can I still have the Tooth Fairy show up?
I was bored. My mother would put me in the church and the Sunday school just to get rid of me. That she wanted to have some time and the little kids weren't there. And I'm sitting there, they stuck me in Little League too. I didn't know how to play baseball. Nobody tried to teach me how to play baseball. I was a bench warmer. The same thing in church. I was a bench warmer for Christ. Come on now. It was like, it's like, what a waste of time. But that's the whole thing. It's like, you got the walls. Trump wants to build walls, right? And then next thing he went to Israel before I think he went to he went straight to Israel before he went to the Vatican, and he had to see 200 miles of walls, 20-foot walls all over the Holy Land, and then he goes to the Vatican. They're surrounded by 40-foot walls, and I think that they're there because they think that when Jesus comes back, oh yeah, this is part of their religion. When Jesus comes back and he sees what they've done to the place, he can be pissed. Oh yeah. That's why they put up them walls to keep out Jesus. They know he's gonna knock down the tables of the money changers. He done it before. He gonna go all Robo Christ on their asses. I tell you, he's gonna kick down them walls. He gonna come in like Judge Jesus. My house should be a house of prayer, but you made it a den of thieves. Out, villains. They're trying to hide. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to protect themselves from the Lord, from Jesus coming back. That's what them walls are for. I don't know. I guess
the
Trump
whole
thinks
wall
Jesus.
thing. I mean, think about it. If you think about the planet, right, and then how the humans come on the planet, and the animals, and the plant life, and everything else that kind of is, like they use. We're using the planet, like we're feeding up the planet, basically. I mean, anything that is here is part of the ecosystem, right? But then because of us, the way we think, we got to draw a line in the sand and go, this is my side, that's your side, because we're going to be territorial, and we're going to build a wall that separates us between the two countries, of the two areas. It's kind of silly because in a sense it's not really is this really our world? I mean, I know we're born into it, but then it's our thought that makes us go, well, I think I'm gonna stake this, and this is mine, and that's mine, and this is yours, and if you put your foot over one step, I'm gonna shoot it off, and then I might shoot you in the head. I mean, like, that's just so crazy. I think that's the one thing that Trump had in his campaign that is probably the worst thing that he has out there to be criticized about. I mean, right? I mean, if he had not said, well, I want to, let's put a wall between us and Mexico, and we're going to make the Mexico pay for it. That's a real dick move if you really think about it.
Yeah, exactly. How are you going to get them to pay for it?
Because